not all of a sudden getting ready to be a 58% completion percentage guy, a 20 touchdown to 20 interception guy. That's not where he's at. He's not. He's getting better, almost like Brady. He's getting better.
I mean, we're showing the stats fell off a little from last year to this year, but relative to the rest of the league, he was the best last year and once again this year. You have to contextualize the stats.
When you say statistics fell off, okay, so he threw 5
No, Key,
interceptions.
I'm not making the point that he got any worse. I'm saying your stats are only relevant in terms of the context of the league you play in. So he was the best in the league last year. He's still the best in the league this year. I'm not worried about those stats falling.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Statistics, and I said this yesterday with Jeff Saturday on First Take. Statistics doesn't mean anything because it's all about the game. If I'm up and I'm winning by 16, 17, 18 points, I don't need to be throwing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how much longer he can play. It all depends upon that pinky toe.
Oh, you mean what was it, about 8 weeks ago?
8 weeks ago, the pinky toe. Look, Peyton Manning hung it up at 40, right? But you could tell he was depleted by injuries. He was always beat up. You don't see that with Aaron Rodgers.
Know what else?
You don't see that. He looks 1,000% healthy, and he's playing at a high level.
Also, when you Peyton Manning and you beat up, Aaron Rodgers can get away from people. Peyton Manning couldn't get away.
Know what else, guys?
He had straight cement boots.
The 4-minute mile was never going to be broken. Then someone broke the 4-minute mile, and then everyone broke the 4-minute mile. Some of it is changing conditions, and the first person to do it shows now. Some of it's psychological. Oh, look, you can do this. Tom Brady playing at this age, at this level, I think you will now see other players, not just anyone, but now it's not like 40, 41 is a psychological barrier, too, because it used to be, guy had a bad season at 40, guess I don't have it anymore. Team thought, guess he didn't, so that's it. But it turns out, no, maybe he just had a down season.
Playing at 44 or playing at that level at 44
but
like
they wasn't
Tom
letting
Brady.
you get to 44
Right.
anyway. They were not letting guys get to 44. When you turn 30-ish, that's when they used to talk about, he's slipping a little bit. Even though a guy might be playing well, it was a number and an age in their mind that said, he's a little older.
But why are we talking about the number 44 or 43 or 42 in generalities, right? Like, we're talking about Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time.
But it does seem that more
maybe Aaron Rodgers, but what breath do we have Aaron Rodgers in? Like, when people talk about him, he has a chance to be in that category, right? To a degree.
At his best?
He has a lot to catch up with on Tom Brady. Like, you're talking about two people. I'm saying the percentages of us talking about people playing up to that age are drastically low.
Yeah,
it's not something for everybody.
But there are more players, it seems to me now, like playing at 37, 38, 39 at a high level than there were years ago. Seems to me.
Well, you to a degree. Because they wouldn't let you
Drew
do
Brees
it.
just did it. Ben Roethlisberger.
But they wouldn't let you
Ben
do
ain't
it in
playing
the
at a high
past.
level. Ben's not playing at a high level.
No, you can say what you want, but he went to the playoffs back-to-back. He's 38.
I know what Max is saying. He's playing.
He's playing, yes.
And he's a starter.
Yeah, and he's in the
effective,
playoffs.
And he's in the playoffs. In the past, they wouldn't let you. The moment
Right,
the clock turned 30, they was looking for the next guy.
And I'll bet you also the quarterback felt, I'm supposed to be getting worse. If he has an off year, he's like, I guess I am getting worse.
Yeah,
and
guys got into 38 at the quarterback spot. That was considered really old. That was like, oh, he's getting old. We got to get young at this spot. Now they give you a couple years after that.
How much of it, I wonder, is the rules have changed to protect the quarterback so much. Like, basketball is a type of game, you got to tear the uniform off, dudes. Why would they want to stop playing? Aaron Rodgers mentioned it. Like, there is a finite amount of time you can play. Like, you're not going to play at 70, right? So that's what Aaron Rodgers said.
Playing last year.
That's what Aaron Rodgers said, right? So, but in the NFL, you talk to so many former players, man, I didn't want to run through that brick wall anymore. Like, you had enough. Unlike the NBA, where it's like, man, this is Vince Carter. Let me keep doing this.
Because it's different. Like, if I played in the NBA, which I should have played, but anyway.
Defender, lockdown defender.
Foul guy. Got 5 of them. If I had been an NBA player, I could have played forever because it's different. I can play basketball and just go. Football, it's like I'm sitting there in the meeting rooms. They're talking to this young dude. I got to listen to it, but I'm only practicing. Then I got to get ready for the game. Practicing basketball is like a game. It's pickup.
But I wonder how much now the quarterback position especially is more like basketball than it used to be. Because Aaron Rodgers sounds like, man, you're going to have to tear this uniform off me as long as I'm playing at a high level. That's what it sounds like to me. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.